Hey guys, so I'm back to YouTube land. So I just want to share my book with you, Scars from an Addict. And I also have an amazing other book called Love Don't Hit. And I just want to share a poem with you that is very dear to my heart of what I experienced. I went through domestic violence very badly, actually most of my life. But this was with my daughter's father, my fiance, who I love with all my heart. And he had a love for crack cocaine. So literally, I went through all kinds of things, and my kids went through. And my message is that if you're in any kind of abusive relationship, that it's time to take back your life and get out of it. I had to run for my life, literally run. And it was the best decision I ever made because you know what? I wouldn't have survived. I would not have survived. So if you are in an abusive relationship and you feel trapped and you need some coaching, you can reach out to me. I will put my email. We can reach out. We can talk on the phone. Any way to help you to move past what you're going through. Because when you're in an abusive relationship, you can't really thrive. Once I got out of the abusive relationship, I met celebrities, I traveled, I wrote books, I became a poet. So, I mean, but when you're in that abuse, they keep you trapped and miserable. And as long as you're trapped and miserable, you can never be successful. And successful means different things to different people, okay? My success is that I got my kids out and they were able to have a decent life. They grew up and their life is what they make it, okay? All of our lives is what we make it. We can sit around and mope and blame the world and blame people and blame the white man and blame the devil and blame our parents. Blame our husband, blame that no good man, that no good woman. But in reality, at the end of the day, you got to look at yourself and say, you know what? I'm not happy with the way my life is, and I need to fix it, and I need to change it. And that's it. And the universe, which is God, will bring everything together for you. Amen? So my book is called Scars from an Addict. And it's told through poetry. So for all you poetry lovers, here we go. So this one is called Beaten. Every slap, every hit, every kick I took, I know for sure that it's been recorded in God's book. I know that I haven't been overlooked. Every tear I cried, all the lies. The fear I lived in day to day with a crack addict, I had no say. It didn't matter, I had to find a way. I had 2 kids to take care of. So I had to put on my big girl panties and get up. I went to work every day with black eyes, covered in makeup, clothes stained, sized up. Does anyone really see me? When will I wake up? My life was so dull and dry. Sometimes I used to think I'd just sleep never again to open my eyes. The day I left my abuser, I'll never forget. I packed our bags and ran. I had to take a stand. I had to stop being a coward and move forward. I just had to. I had 2 kids to take care of. I was the provider. I was their diehard rider. And my kids deserve better than we were living. They deserve more than I was giving. God got us out and in a safe haven in Brooklyn. Hey, boom, mic drop, holla. So yeah, that poem is called Beaten. And that was my reality, First it was great before the drugs hit. Drugs are of the devil. When you have an addiction to a drug or alcohol, that is a demon that is controlling you and they've taken over your life. And if you don't get delivered from that demon, it will take your life. Because I've seen many addicts dead. Okay, I was an addict myself for 5 years. from the age of, thank God I was an addict when I was young. Holla, so it didn't really mess up my looks. But I was an addict from the age of 15 to 20 years old. 5 years, every single day. I smoked weed. I drank gallons of liquor. Beer. Beer was my thing. Old English. I can't even drink that no more. Because when God delivers you, he delivers. Amen. So, yeah, and I sniffed coke. I was a cocaine addict, sniffing cocaine. Not crack. Don't get it twisted. Cocaine. But it's bad. It's still the same. But crack is a whole nother beast. I mean, it will make you do things that, trust, I lived through it. So I hope that you like my book. It is on my website. I will leave the link. I'll read you one more poem. This one is from my son. He experienced this when he was 6 years old. For all you women that are with these abusive men and you don't want to leave with thinking, oh, for the kids, I'm staying for the kids. No, you're ruining your kids. You're destroying your kids' chance at a great future. Because when you stay with an abuser, those kids are being abused too. So what good is coming out of that? My son felt this way at 6 years old, but he never wrote the poem until he turned 30 years old. And this is the poem. It's called Pain from a 6-Year-Old. When he read this poem to me, it literally broke my heart. I cried because we don't think about what our kids are going through. We never think about them. We only think about what we're going through. And we have to think about our kids first. That's why I left. And that's why if you're in an abusive relationship, you gotta leave. I was a blinker and a nail biter. Mom's boyfriend was a lover and a striker. Rage and drugs would make him aggressive and he'd strike her. After the high settled, he would buy her chocolates and sing I love you just to excite her. When not on drugs, she would say he was a good provider that stood beside her. I've seen all that was going on, but I was too young to be her fighter. All I knew was that he was a liar. Prior, the abuse grew, and he'd slap his hand upside her. So yes, that poem, Pain from a 6-Year-Old, is in my book as well. If you know someone that's being abused, this book will help them so much. I have resources that they can reach out to, hotline numbers, as well as my email. If they want to do coaching sessions with me. I live this thing, and after I lived it, God blessed me to do things I never dreamed that I would do, and I'm planning on doing more things. I never thought I'd write books, Tomorrow I'll read you a little bit from my book, Love Don't Hit. You can go and check out the reviews. These books are very good. All right. God bless y'all. Remember, love yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.